Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back for another 270 video. We are here today with Colton Conroy. He's looking fancier than I am. We both got our polos on. It looks like you're in your car.
Yep, forgot to do my wife's taxes, so I had to run those to the lawyer quick.
Gotcha. Yeah, did you have to pay a penalty or anything?
Not yet. They extended it out till the 17th, so we just got another deadline, but I'm taking off for Tennessee and needed to get it done before.
Nice. Yeah, taxes, penalty under taxes, that's like the second worst kind of penalty there is. You know what the first one is? The worst penalty?
What's that?
A swing state penalty. Yeah, someone like RBG or it's just a total buzzkill. But no, we're here. Yeah, we are here today to talk about the new candidate in the game. That is BullMoose. So it's a Teddy BullMoose Roosevelt, and I know this is something that you've been calling for a while now.
Yeah, I think Chase pointed out, I think actually he was the first one to do it. I didn't see that, but yeah, we called for it a little while back. We kind of been pushing a little hard.
Nice. Yeah, didn't maybe not so much the hashtag Buff Reagan, but didn't
Not
take
quite
as
that
long.
bad, no.
Yeah, but no, I think he's going to be a great candidate inside the game. He's actually usable as a vice president, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But just right off the cuff, where would you rank him in terms of like raw strength? Are we looking at like an upper tier of like a President Biden? Are we looking at more of a, an FDR or an RR84, or are we looking at somewhere else?
I don't think he's quite Biden level. I think probably right between 84 and FDR, maybe a little better than FDR, a little more versatile, a little better in the national groups than maybe a 84, but 84's got a huge swing state bonus, which is always nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that what is that? 35%?
I believe it is 35.
Without a VP. I mean, that's, if you get into a swing state battle and you lose, I mean, you are toast against RR84. I think, is that what we did last time we played? Was that RR84 versus RR84? Or was that somebody else?
I don't think that was ours.
Okay. It might have been David Robinson or something. I can't. It was someone who was just like by one pip in like Colorado. It was like the swing of the match. So those swing state battles are tough.
135,000 more to defend it. That's a lot of cash.
Yeah. Have you been? So do you play on iOS or Android, or how do you play 270?
I usually play on my phone, my Android when I'm driving. That's usually
Okay, so you haven't had any lag lately.
No. I missed that boat that everybody's complaining about. I'm lucky enough to avoid that.
That's good. Yeah, so I have been experiencing lag, but I was going to give everyone a pro tip, and shout out to Chase Moss if you are watching this. Chase actually made a comment on the lounge. If you delete the app and reinstall it, it doesn't matter what version of iOS you actually have. 270 updated the servers and the game, and it will sync a lot better if you do that. Also, there's been a weird glitch where the 8 game codes, where if you can't exit out one of the game codes, it says there's too many games in progress, but it won't let you hit the X. Same thing if you two things. If you either get rid of the app, uninstall it, and then install it back, or if you want to keep the app, if you actually go to your account in the top right corner, if you log out and you log back in, then that should also trigger a reset. So just a quick hitter for anyone who has those problems. But what's your favorite thing about BullMoose?
About the bonuses?
About the candidate.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty versatile on paper. There's not too many things that's going to really hurt you there. I mean, the old South penalties, I mean, obviously that's kind of a little bit of a buzzkill, but Latino typically being a late game bonus that, I mean, sure, later on can be great for providing fresh pressure in like a Florida or California or something. But even a 10% negative there, I mean, that's not too bad. So I think the versatility is huge with Teddy.
And I'm trying to pull up a picture right now. So he's not in my game store. I've seen screenshots of the stats, but I don't have it. I have a subscription. He's not even in my game. Do you have him? Do you have it where you can pull it up, or you talk on your phone where you have to get off of that?
I'm on my phone. See if I can share something here. Let me find out. Hey, I'm jump to my app and down and take a screenshot of it real quick.
Yeah, that sounds good. So while you're doing that, I will say that if you're looking to use BullMoose as a VP, you can actually use him under George Washington. Shout out to Gary V, who posted a screenshot in the lounge not that long ago. It is officially the highest bonus that you can achieve inside the game is an 85% agriculture bonus. If you use Teddy's 50% ag on top of George Washington's 60% ag. So he does have some pretty big penalties. If you go George Washington with BullMoose, you have 20% negative AA, Latino, and high tech. But if you have 85% ag and you have a big manufacturing bonus for Texas, and you can get California, that constant pressure in Florida would definitely be big. So it looks like that I can see the stats. So thank you, Colton. So looks like BullMoose has a 25% manufacturing bonus, which is in line with RR84, as well as a 15% export bonus, which carried over from his original Teddy Roosevelt candidate. He does have a 15% swing states, which is 5% less than the original Teddy, which might make a little bit of sense, maybe just in balance standpoint, or maybe it's interesting. They made him an independent candidate. Is the BullMoose party, is that affiliated with Republicans or Democrats? Do you know, Colton?
It was established after the feud between Teddy and Taft. Teddy kind of went off by himself and then ran against his one of his best friend previously, Taft, to try to take the presidency again. So it's kind of a breakaway of the Progressive Party. It died out shortly after, though.
Yeah. So Taft, you brought him up. Why isn't he in the game?
I think that's something they're working on, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But I think that, to me, he's one of the most recognizable presidents. I mean, he's the biggest president, in size.
Yeah,
He
the
was
bathtub
famously
man.
stuck in the bathtub, right? So I don't know. I feel like he would have been, if they're trying to sell past presidents, I feel like he'd be a good addition to the game.
Yeah, I think it'd be
So,
interesting, after if he does get added, you could do the 1912 elections. You'd have somebody be Debs, somebody be Wilson, somebody be Roosevelt, and somebody be Taft. It'd make for an interesting, maybe short video for you there.
yeah, it's video and a stream to watch. So very, very cool. Let's see here. Why don't you add a VP since you have the VP slot for Teddy? I know it's a screenshot. You don't have to. You might just play around here. What's a good vice president for someone who's maybe wanting to play with BullMoose?
It kind of depends on maybe what you're wanting to do. If you want big labor bonus, obviously you could do somebody like De Blasio. Maybe if you wanted to make up for a little bit of that penalty in the Old South and swing states, Lindsey Graham has been a go-to as far as that goes in a while, which here, I'll show you kind of what that maybe do.
Yeah, and can Haley 24 be a VP? I'm not even sure.
I believe she can.
Because she would be maybe Old South.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Let's put Bailey in there. Yep, that gets about 3% more than Graham would get you.
So crazy, and that's so that what would that be? He'd be adjusted. Technical difficulties.
Switching up the screens here. So
people come for the 270 content. They stay for our good-looking mugs.
There you go. So this is with Haley, and actually Haley is better than Graham because you get 3% more in the Old South and 2% more for the big conservative, which I guess with those national groups, you're probably not going to go big conservative with that big buffet of bonuses there. But yeah, a lot of options.
I was thinking in my mind she would be women's movement, which would be crazy because if you could boost that women's movement like to 40, and have labor and women's swing and Old South, that would be pretty deadly. But I misremembered that, so that's big conservative instead. And it does
Yeah.
hurt the labor actually. So that would be a net positive of 20% when you take the 20% penalty from the 40% bonus.
Yeah, I'll show you another one that I thought was pretty interesting too. I mean, if you're, I think with the last two cans to come out, I mean, they're giving a lot of opportunity to make that national group push. So like if you use like in this instance like RBG,
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at that, 58, 55. I mean, that's getting on the level of Kellyanne and George Washington without the penalties.
Yeah, that's very strong.
Yeah, say 55 and 58, that's big. And you even get, hey, a little bonus in the high tech. One of the few areas looks like Teddy didn't have anything in with the high tech, and heck, just finally get a little boost there too, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. No, 10% high tech. I mean, high tech is a bonus that, is super, super important to have as far as pivoting goes. From a Republican standpoint, it's a huge, I mean, Teddy BullMoose, he's got that manufacturing bonus and swing. So he can play like a Republican. He also has that high towning gown and does not have an African American penalty. So he can play with a Democrat also. He does not have an oil bonus, but he doesn't super, isn't reliant on Texas or California, so he's pretty flexible. So I think, where would you rate? So you said you had him around R84 and FDR. Is that on the RHL spectrum? Is that a B tier, or are you familiar with those tiers?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Or that
he's.
is an A tier?
I'd say he's an A tier. I mean, I think he's kind of creeping like uh, right at that level. I mean, and those ones we typically probably we don't typically factor in vice presidents that much. So I think get a big advantage of this here. You've got some real flexibility with the vice presidents, where a lot of other candidates, like maybe a Michelle, who I'd still pray on face value is probably better. I just don't think he has quite the flexibility. Where like this, like with Elon, I mean, look at his manufacturing then, and then he's got a sizable high tech bonus with a
And
25%
export.
export. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's and oil and gas minus 12. It's still, you still get more than 50K per turn. So
yeah.
that's
I mean, and
nothing
you have
wrong with
so many other bonuses factoring into your California and Texas that, I mean, I don't know if the oil is really going to hurt you.
exactly. Pretty cool. Now, those are some good combinations for people if they're wanting to try out Teddy BullMoose. So very, very cool. Well, you briefly touched on the Taft kind of rift there with Teddy. Is Teddy one of your favorite presidents, or do you have like a favorite old school president that's either in the game or not in the game?
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Um, definitely was real excited when I heard he was going to be one of the ones that was added. Um, yeah, definitely. I'm kind of a historian in there, so you probably see me complaining in the lounge about adding presidents versus celebrities, but hey, I got to get those celebrities in there too. They might be a little more relevant today.
So who would win a three-way presidential 270 game between Meghan Markle, between Teddy BullMoose, and Caitlyn Jenner?
Ooh. Well, I think you might have Markle and Jenner splitting part of their own part way between each other, but you also might have Jenner and Teddy splitting. I mean, it depends on, I guess, what you consider if Teddy be getting more of the Republican vote today, or if he'd be getting more of the Democrat because of his progressive ways. That'd be a real tough one to call.
Yeah. Want to give you one quick shout out here. You just went through a gauntlet of players. I'm not sure what tournament it was, but you beat Rick Whitmar. You beat several players. Who all did you beat?
Started out, I believe it was Matt first, Esquada, then York, then Rick, then Khalil, and that's in Chris's NBA tournament.
Chris Lastinger.
Yeah, I believe I'm in the finals. I believe he's up 2-0 on Zach, who I want to give a shout out. I cannot beat Zach consistently. He beat me in the RHL playoffs.
Zach Algaze.
Yep, he got me again. We came down to a big last game, and I defended California when shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's so easy to do though. It's like this guy can just make this one move and I lose. It's
Yep.
tough. No, Zach and I are supposed to square off in the Masters tournament, the United States Masters, hosted by Richard Gadd. Looking
Sure.
forward to that. That's a very well-run tournament. We're down to the final 8. And then I play Dustin Downey in the ATP tournament for the month of May. Dustin beats Kenny Tan. Dustin has beaten several players. And there's also another guy who's made a long run who's also waiting me and Dustin, who I was surprised when I saw the name, but when I kind of looked into it a little bit more, I was like, okay, this guy's actually pretty good. It is Alex Keith. You know Alex Keith?
Yeah, I didn't up until about 3 weeks ago. I started seeing his name, and now I've seen his name quite a bit. So
Yeah, so I don't think I've played him, but I'm looking forward to possibly playing him if I'm able to get past Dustin Downey. So if you are a Republican out there and you are on Facebook inside the 270 Lounge or not, we invite you to join the lounge. I say Republican specifically because there is a Republican group chat that you can find both myself and Colton. You can reach out to either of us and we can add you to that. But that is called the America First group chat. I'm sure there's a Democratic version out there, but you might have to ask around. Anything you want to plug, Colton?
real quick, if you look at the screen here, you've got Mondale and Teddy. Those 2 recent candidates. That is very formidable.
That's a 42% town and gown, 58% labor, and 50% women's. Heck yeah, that is a Eric York special.
Yeah, Eric would love that one.
So if you're going up against the Teddy BullMoose and they have this, are you one pipping New York, or like to try to like not let your opponent have New York, or are you gonna bank on them going national groups? Like,
you might be in trouble either way, because if you waste the pip in New York, they're so flexible they can go wherever they want.
yeah, that's and the Old South penalty definitely hurts toward AA. Doesn't have a big AA like a 50% bonus like a Michelle or a Barack. So I think he's definitely not OP, but he's very versatile. Especially when you give him a vice president. You can kind of dictate if you want that in high tech, if you want that in national group. So overall, I think 270 did a great job with the implementing Teddy BullMoose. And the stats on this one look pretty good. So very excited.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to play with him a little bit more.
For sure. Well, I am going to shut this bad boy down. I've got about 9 minutes left on my lunch break. I'm going to try to down a Jimmy John's sandwich real fast. But Colton, appreciate having you on. And if the people like this, we'll have more of some Colton Conroy on the channel.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Have a good one.
Until next time, we'll catch you guys in the next 270 video.